What is up, people? I am back. Justin here. Gonna talk about some records, some CDs, and some death metal. Hopefully it hadn't been too long. I think it's a couple of weeks since the last video. I was gonna do another collection video, but I have come into just a pile of shit in the last couple of weeks. So we're going to talk about that. First, we are listening, and I hope it's not too loud, to Vehement Thrower with I Come in Peace. This is a band I had no idea existed until about 2 weeks ago. Polish death metal band. They put out one full length in 1993. Super obscure, only came out basically in Poland. Nuclear War Now has reissued this. This is their one full length and their one demo, so it's their entire discography. And it's just super chaotic, fucking nasty fucking death metal. The lyrics are real stupid. And I think there's some like translation lost shit going on there. But the music, if you can hear it, check it out. I'm gonna link it below. It's just fucking sick. So I'm listening to this, and I got the CD brand new from Yosuke at Nuclear War Now recently. So, okay, we're going to, I've got a stack of records. I've got a paper sack full of shit from a record store I went to. So let's get into it. A few weeks ago, I came across a Half Price Books here in Atlanta. I never knew we had one. I've never been to one before, but I know they carry music. And I spent like an hour in this place scouring CDs, tapes, records. I never even looked at books. But first, I picked up Kill, Great Death. Kill is a Swedish black metal band. They're fucking killer. I know their singer, bass player, Carl. Kill played here in Atlanta several years ago, and started chatting it up with Carl, and we became Facebook buddies, and we've been buddies ever since. Right after I saw them, they put this record out, The Great Death. I have the CD. I bought the CD when it came out. I love it. I love this painting by David Harias. Really, really chaotic, loud, noisy black metal. Almost, the production's almost too pushed on this, and that's my only kind of like complaint about this album, is that it is just turned up to 11 the entire time. But awesome layout, gatefold LP, black vinyl. There's a huge painting of the cover with no logo or anything on it, so that shit is going in a frame and going up because I love it. But I love Kill. I had the honor of doing the layout and design for the record that followed this one that I don't have a copy of yet. So I can't wait to get that. And I've heard the record, and the production is so much better on the new one. Stores, record stores, anywhere that sells records, don't put the stickers on the fucking jackets. I hope that this is made to peel off better, but I'm so scared to fuck with it. So, next, I was real surprised to come across this. This is a band that I have never liked. I've never liked anything I've heard by them. I get the appeal. I totally understand the appeal. I don't get what's so special about their music. It's not that great to me. But when I saw this, I said, I've got to grab that. This is totally random to find in a bookstore in Atlanta. And that's Goat Moon, Stellus Polaris. I think this is the most recent album by them. I'm not entirely sure. Werewolf Records. I know there's been a lot of, they're Nazis, white power, black metal shit. We've talked about it before. It doesn't bother me. I want to listen to the music. I'm going to throw this on and give it some spins and see if I like it. What I remember from Goat Moon is that their stuff is just, it's too rudimentary and it's too catchy. No insert, black vinyl. It's so simple that I don't understand why people are so crazy about it unless they just like the simplet that, it's dumbed down. I don't know. Next, another record that, I was real surprised to come across. I've heard Ben Smasher hype this band a lot to me personally. But when I was flipping through the records, I'd already spent like 45 minutes looking at CDs. And I was flipping through the records, and there was another guy there flipping through records, and he kept picking up metal stuff. And I'm like, okay. So, because he didn't look like he was a metal type person at all. And usually when I'm out in public, I don't either. But Half Price Books has like a big rack of records, and then they have these little lock boxes, these plexiglass lock boxes with more important stuff in them. And the first record in their locked box was the first Blood Incantation full length. That I think it was on red vinyl or black vinyl, something simple. They wanted like $25 for it, which you can still buy the record from Dark Descent. And he picked that up first. He asked them to unlock it for him, and he looked at it. He said, "Oh no," he said, "not on this color or whatever." So he knew what he was looking for. Anyway, I'm like a couple rows behind him while he's flipping, and I keep looking at what he's grabbing. And he picked this up. I was like, "Oh shit, I want that record." And he put it back, so I immediately flipped through and grabbed it. And that's Darvulia with L'Alliance des Venins. So Darvulia is a black metal band. I believe this is like 2004. Yeah, this is a re-release, black vinyl that Battle Scars Productions did and NWN distributed. NWN ended up doing a Darvulia split with somebody, and I did the layout for it, but I don't remember what split it was. But anyway, I remember Ben talking this up to me one night online. We were chatting, and I said I was looking for a particular type of black metal. I don't remember what it is now, and this is what he suggested, so I'm glad to grab it. Sticker on the jacket, fuck you, Half Price Books. But when a guy who was flipping through stuff put this back, he bought a Melvin's record, so who got the better end of the deal there? So then, let's see. What else did I grab from there that day? That might be all I got from there. Let's go into the bag here. I thought I got more than those records. Let's see. Nope. Okay, so let's go to the NWN stuff. So I got a big stack of CDs here, various things. Oh, let's go back to let's go back to Half Price Books, because I bought 2 CDs, totally unrelated. So NoFX, Liberal Animation, their second album. I will talk about NoFX in length when I get to the ends. NoFX is one of my favorite bands. They date back when I was like 13 years old. They're just the quintessential, just snotty punk rock band to me. I love them. But I've never owned this record. NoFX with me always kind of started with White Trash, Two Heaves and a Bean, Ribbed, Punk and Drublet, and then from there forward, I love all of their albums. But Liberal Animation was one that I just never really actively sought out buying, but when I saw it there for $5.99, I grabbed it. This one, it's got Beer Bong on it, and Beer Bong may be the only song on this entire record that I'm familiar with, and that's just because it was on I Heard They Suck Live. This is NoFX at their absolute worst, in my opinion. The first 2 albums are really shitty, but they still have that NoFX appeal to them. So I'm gonna throw that in the car, check it out. Then, lo and behold, they had a Sodom record, Agent Orange. I only see, there's the logo, the sticker covered it up. Not a big Sodom fan, and it's for lack of listening to them, really. I have the Experts of Sodomy 12-inch that I love. Sodomy and Lust, that song is fucking awesome. But that early stuff, Obsessed by Cruelty, I like that material. I haven't spent a lot of time with it. I like nasty kind of black thrash Sodom as opposed to more the thrashy sound that I am assuming they are now. And Agent Orange is like early 90s, I think. Oh, 1989. So I have no idea where this falls like with their sound or in their discography. So I'm gonna throw it in, check it out. Another $6.99. Sodom CD, I had to grab it. So, okay, now, on to NWN. I have the Vehement Thrower CD that I pointed out a minute ago. And then the new Lurker of Chalice demo collection. This is Tellurian Slaked Furnace. So, Lurker of Chalice. When Lurker of Chalice put out the one record, I don't know, like 2004, it was huge. And in the black metal underground. You take Leviathan, which is already a big name at the time, in the one-man black metal war. And I really, really like early Leviathan. When Lurker of Chalice came out, it came in real fast. It was hard to get a hold of almost immediately. And I never really took the time to seek it out and listen to it. And years went by, a decade went by. And along the line, I had listened to it here and there. And it just sounds like a more ambient, like chill Sunday morning version of Leviathan. Anyway, when Yosuke, NWN, was going to put out this demo, unheard of, never before heard Lurker of Chalice stuff, he sent it to me to do some edits on. Some of the songs needed to be faded out certain ways, and a little bit of like adjusting in the mix and cutting the ends off of dead silence on songs, just a little simple audio edit stuff that I do for him. So he sent me a copy of it. And several years ago, I became friends with Jeff Whitehead via the internet, and we chat every so often, and email back and forth while I was working on this. So it's cool to be, buddies with Jeff. Anyway, so Yosuke sent me a copy of it on CD, as soon as he got these in a few weeks ago. Well, then the other day, he sent me a pack of stuff and sent me another one. So I have 2 copies of the Lurker of Chalice demo. So I'm willing to trade the unopened one if somebody has something cool that I want, some kind of old death metal or something. Do a trade. I'm cool with that. Hit me up. So as far as records go, he did send me a vinyl copy of the demos as well. And I believe this is just the standard, just black vinyl. I'll tell you what, so I've been working with NWN for over 10 years now, 12 years, 13 years. A lot of graphic design stuff for him over the years. There was a time when I was doing most of the layouts for the label. But I didn't do this one, of course. But this one thing that drew me to Yosuke's label and wanting to work with him was who was designing ahead of time. All the stuff really looked good, and what I came to find out is that's Yosuke's like aesthetic. He wants everything to look the best as it can and fit the aesthetic of the genre. Long story short, NWN stuff always looks good, and this is no exception. Matte jacket, reverse board printing, so it's not glossy. This is a embossed copper logo and text, all embossed text on the back. So, and then the inside you've got more artwork, and it has this spot gloss woodcut over the top of it. Man, that shit is so sick. I haven't even opened this poster yet. It's the artwork. So, looks rad. Anyway, I have listened to this CD, and it rules. It is so, like, eerie and kind of just somber, but scary sounding, and it's fucking great. It is fucking great. So, along with that, a few years ago, Yosuke reissued the Lurker of Chalice full length, the self-titled full length. So he sent me a copy of that too. And again, it looks fantastic. Gold foil embossed logo. Back gatefold. Very sparse information, sparse, stark artwork, man. Fucking rules. I have not listened to this yet. I have not heard this album in years. That's more artwork, the same thing that's on here. And I want to say, it came with a sticker. Cool. So if you're one of those nerds that buys a Die Hard, but you leave it together for the collectability, fuck off. Man, the shit comes with a sticker to fucking put the sticker on stuff. It comes with a patch to put the patch on stuff. Oh, cool. It's like gold vinyl. Nice. Okay. Put the fucking stickers on shit. Now, I have plenty of records that still have the stickers in them, just because I haven't found something to put it on. But do I intend to? Absolutely. So I don't leave them in there because one day I want to sell the complete Die Hard. Fuck off with that stamp collector bullshit. So anyway. Alright, so Vehement Thrower I talked about a minute ago. Also got the LP, black vinyl. This shit rules. I hope you can hear it. It's so sick. It's nasty sounding. Blue Hummingbird on the left. So this is one of the Black Twilight Circle bands, of course. I got into Volahn a long time ago, like a lot of people did when they first put out their first album. Loved it. But I saw Black Twilight on tour years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. And Arisminda, Blue Hummingbird on the left, Volahn, and one more of their groups. It's all the same, like 6 guys. But Blue Hummingbird on the left, who I otherwise would have always ignored because their name is weird, they were fucking incredible. Their shit was so weird. It was fucking heavy and thick and dense, and he plays that weird like war flute thing, and it's a perfect meld of black death metal and their Mexican weird fucking Mayan heritage. And of course, Blue Hummingbird on the left is the translation of, I can't remember, it'll be on the screen right here. Anyway, so I hadn't heard much from them since that show. They put out a split with Volahn, which I have on cassette tape, that I bought at a Volahn show the next time I saw Volahn. But NWN put this record out, and I had the promo. I got the promo emailed to me, and I've been listening to it for several months. This is another fantastic package. It's just a black jacket, but everything is red foil embossed, which is such a nice touch. Another big poster of the cover art, which looks rad. And of course this book with all the lyrics is really cool. This shit is like Mexican weird war metal, like Aztec war metal, Mayan war metal, I don't know. But it's catchy and it's riffy and it's heavy and it's scary sounding, and I fucking love it. So, alright, and then we have Holocaustum, War Metal Massacre. I would have never thought that a nowadays Holocaustum record would be rad, but I downloaded this, got the promo, and I downloaded it on a whim, and I fucking love it. And I love how the cover art looks like one of those weird movie posters from Ghana. But Holocaustum, of course, is a South American black death metal band. They've been around forever. Giant poster. Insert. Handwritten text. That's cool. This shit rules, man. It's fucking nasty. It's just a nasty, like, grimy, violent black death metal record only the way that South American bands can play. It rules. It rules. Black vinyl. Vindrel Return to Form from Deathcore Commandos Holocaustum. So that's the thing. Deathcore, the term deathcore has been around for decades. And before it referred to guys with eyeliner and sideways haircuts playing breakdowns, it was this kind of nasty, fucking violent death metal from the ghettos of South America. This shit is so fucking nasty. Okay, so bag of goodies. I went to Savannah, Georgia last weekend for a wedding. One of my best friends, Ryan, got married. We've been buddies since we were kids, so congrats to him. And had several hours to kill Saturday before the wedding, so I looked up record stores, and there was one there downtown called Grave Face Records. And they were rad. They had a huge metal section and lots. I could have spent 4 times the money I did, but I was very selective in what I bought. And I fucking pleaded with my wife to let me go back the next day, and I would have dropped another $100. I had several records in my hand that I put back that all night long I was like, I should have bought those, and I didn't. So they're now on my Discogs wants. Anyway, what I did get, first thing I picked up, I was flipping through the new editions, copy of Born Again, Black Sabbath. I have always been, and I talked about this when I did Black Sabbath and the Bees back here on CDs, I've always been an Ozzy purist. I'm not an Ozzy elitist. I'm an Ozzy Black Sabbath fan. Those are the only Black Sabbath releases that I know really, really well. I like Heaven and Hell. I like Mob Rules. I cannot for the life of me get into Dehumanizer. I can't make it through the entire record. I don't know what it is. And I have it on CD. I bought it at a pawn shop one day. But Born Again, for one, has always had the sickest cover art. It's so fucking metal looking. This is late 80s. No, 83, early 80s. I thought this was like late 80s. Ian Gillan on vocals. I've listened to this record online enough to like know that I like it. And when I saw a really decent looking copy of it for $12, I snatched it up. This is an 83 press. I'd have to do some Discogs digging to see like what actual press it is. But it has the original insert as well, which is just fucking amazing. So I'm very, very stoked to have this. I have several Black Sabbath records. I have a box set of all the Ozzy CDs and then several of the other CDs. But I love Black Sabbath like any good metalhead should. So I'm glad to grab this. One of those that I wouldn't have gone out of my way to buy, but you know. Next, we have, I never even knew this existed. I've never seen it before. I'm assuming it's somewhat recent, 2016. Darkthrone, The Wind of 666 Black Hearts. This is like a demo collection. It's Rehearsals. 1991 and 1992 Rehearsals, Blaze of the Northern Sky era, Under a Funeral Moon era. So, first two, second and third record, post Soulside Journey stuff. Double LP, black vinyl. So, inside is all like, you know, stories, liner notes about stuff. Just a cool like look back at you know, the progenitors of second wave black metal. But this looks rad. I was glad to snatch it up. The guy who checked me out was like, "Ooh, shit! I bet that's awesome." So, I'm really looking forward to this, man. I love Darkthrone, like, you know, most people should. When I got into black metal, they were one of the first bands I ever listened to. I was like, "Ooh, it sounds like shit." It's funny to go back now and Darkthrone sounds relatively like crystalline to me, considering some of the other shit I listen to. But this is rad to have. So who was it that said don't put records back together on camera? Well, I'm doing it. So really, really cool. So then another kind of similar thing. I'd never seen this, but Peaceville has been just rampant in putting out Mayhem shit in the wake of Lords of Chaos. This is called the Hen House Recordings. So the house that they used to practice in, they lived there and where Dead killed himself. This is recordings, rehearsal recordings from that place there on the front, the red building. And it's the same fucking 6 songs over and over again. It's all Dead, Euronymous, Necro Butchered, Hellhammer material. I'm sure that somewhere along the line I have heard this material, but it's nice to have this official LP release. So that's cool. That's probably painted on the wall in the room there, and that's them playing. These are video captures. I've seen this video. You can watch it on YouTube. It's a rehearsal video. So I'm guessing they called the sound from that, we'll see. We will see. And a vinyl catalog. I wish labels would go back to doing shit like this, man. You know, I remember being a teenager and just getting shit like this out of CDs and like circling what I wanted until I had money to call and order it. So, anyway, looking forward to this. I talked about Mayhem at length in my last collection video, and I cannot tell you how much I love Mayhem when it comes to black metal. They're it for me. Love Mayhem. I'll buy anything Mayhem I see. Speaking of the new one, take that back. I don't want any of the Maniac shit except for Wolf Slayer Abyss and Grand Declaration of War. The other three, not interested. Anyway, Demon, the new Mayhem. I have not opened it, so let's do that. I have a big knife. When I saw they were releasing a new Mayhem, I was like, that looks, rad. First, I was just really, really taken aback by how fucking sick the artwork is. And then I listened to it, and it's really, really sounds like it's a gatefold. It's like a John Martin painting. I was blown away with how this sounds like an updated version of De Mysterious. So this is a giant fucking book. Oh, this is awesome. But I have listened to this all the way through online one time, and I said I have to have it. And then it was there in the store. Snatched it up. Oh, this looks fucking sick. This is really, really, really nice. Designed really well. All the artwork's fucking amazing. So very, very, very cool. Very cool. I stoked to have this. It is on just bright, like fucking caution yellow. So very stoked to have that. Can't wait to put this on and turn it up really fucking loud. So very cool. Mayhem rules. I bought 2 CDs at this place just randomly. They were very heavily focused on vinyl. Very few CDs, but I grabbed my favorite and probably the last greatest Ramones CD, Brain Drain. I've always been kind of a Fairweather Ramones fan, like a lot of people are. I like the Ramones a lot. I don't know the Ramones well enough to tell you that's on that album and that's on that album, but I like the Ramones. And I used to work in a store, in like a retail store, in our mall when I was, like 22 years old, and it had music pumped in every day. We had no control over it. We just had to turn the machine on every day. And it used to play Pet Sematary all the time, which of course is the theme song or whatever from the movie, and I fucking loved it. So somewhere along the line, I said, let me check out that era of Ramones, and I found out it was on this album. And I listened to it, and I fucking loved it. This came out in 1999, so it's 30 years old. They only did like 2 records past this one before they broke up. Man, this thing fucking rules. I Believe in Miracles, 00 UFO, Don't Bust My Chops, Pet Sematary, Ignorance is Bliss. It has the Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight Tonight, which is another big hit for them back then. But I fucking love this album so much. And then, just randomly, Poison Idea, Feel the Darkness, classic. I had never listened to Poison Idea until their most recent album came out. And again, it was one that I get like promos in my email because I used to be a writer and I still have access to them. And Poison Idea put out a new record, so I downloaded it and I fucking loved it. It's just kind of like heavy-handed, snotty, like old guy pissed off hardcore. Punk rock. And I have listened to Feel the Darkness a couple times online. Not enough to know it, but I'm glad I got this and I'm going to listen to it a lot. So, anyway, that's it. I got through a bunch of shit here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let's talk about these. If anything you like, anything you don't like, anything I got wrong, tell me all about it. I'm gonna get back into doing CD collection stuff. I got the M's. We're still going through the M's here. I got a big stack coming up soon with some good shit in it. So let's comment, like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, if you want to see more videos like this. But let's talk about this stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.